Good morning, friend and student. Welcome you to my channel, Dr. P.C.Jha.Tqs. After a long interval, I just came before you can say it over that white boat, or you can say it over that the stand that is thought to be just actually attaching the phone. You can say room. This is a small one, but a small doesn't matter. Matter what's our thought. Big and small, that is thought to be really supposed to be a kind of thinking. This time, I'm really supposed to just welcoming you to the area that is thought to be motivation. In Hindi, you can say prerna. Topic here is Soch badlo, Khud ko badlo, Dunia badlo. Now the question here is that whatever atmosphere, whatever just nurturing, whatever you can say it over that to bring up, we actually came across and actually carrying particularly for the last years you can see. That is actually still being carried. Unless and until we meet new people, new atmosphere, just exploring something, I can't say it over that, I can change the thing. Now the question here is that whatever condition is there, you no question, just follow it here. But if the condition is not favorable, certainly you change it. Out of change, you will be getting the range. Out of the range, you will be getting the scope. Out of the scope, you will be getting the chances of the coping up, you can see here. This is how you can say it over that you can move ahead and ahead. Now the question comes, suppose, whenever a person starts doing something new, certainly the problem comes. The persons who are just surrounding you, they will never let you to just go ahead. They are simply getting a kind of problem. What problem? What is here? If I'm really supposed to be thief, let me be thief. You should not be just making us to be really supposed to be Valmiki and whatsoever things are there. If you are really supposed to be living in the just area, particularly of the saints, even among the saints, all the persons are not the saints. No question, they are looking like saint. But when you just knock at the door of the heart you will be finding there is something fishy about you can see here. And this type of men are actually hypocrisy. They are also for the sake of the post, personal actually quarrel. Is it not here? When quarreling is there, when some thief is there, when some sort of disturbance is there, what type of thought is there? A question comes in general. I ask the people, 4,000 years ago, were you there? If you were there, was I there? If I was there, do we remember almost all the thing? No. When we do not remember almost all the things, still we are carrying the same thing. I think it about that we are just actually spreading dirt in the society. How? First thing is there, whatever garbage is there in our home, we are simply throwing it on the road, maybe in the park, maybe this and that places you can see. And sometimes we do not do any sort of thing. But you simply brainwash a person actually give the very wrong direction to the very generation that is to be coming. And what are they doing? They are simply just actually creating a sort of distance. When you create a distance, when you do not actually know this essence of just meeting together, mingling together, after that you can say you are giggling together, this is what is the fun. Just let me quote one of the example. Suppose you just make yourself to be just a bear, I mean to say nude. How do you find yourself? I think you are actually looking same you can say. Maybe you belong to Islam, maybe you belong to Hinduism, maybe you belong to Sikhism. When you belong to just Christianity, whatsoever religion of the world is there, then what for your quarreling? What for your quarreling? You are one caste. What is the caste? It is human being. And beyond that, if you just go deep and deep, you are really supposed to be emanating out of self, you can say. And self developed into the human being and whatsoever things are there. After that, you made the division in the name of just Brahmin, Rajputa, and Kshatriya, and you can say it about Sudra. But I simply want to say it about that when you look at the very head, your head is Brahmin, your hand is Rajputa, this stomach is Vaishya, and this leg is really supposed to be Sudra. This depends on you, which portion of your body you actually just develop, you can see. It is not actually just spoken by me, you can see. One of the just renowned a scholar simply wrote Rahul Sankrityanand in one of his novel, you can see. So many times this happens to be so. You make a distance. And this distance is nothing but a kind of, you can say it over the sense that is filled with that dirt. Out of the dirt you simply come forward, you can see, my dear friend. You look at the comfort, how you can make the very comfort. You look at the tears of any person, simply go and wipe it, you can see. You look the wound of a person, you simply go and bandage it, you can see. When you find somebody really supposed to be falling, you simply catch hold of the very hand of the very person. This is how you're just catching the hand, certainly the person will come and just stand, you can see. Why do you ask the very caste? Why do you ask the very clan? Why do you ask the nationality? One nationality is, what is it there? It is humanity. When you think about humanity, certainly there will be the beauty of love and understanding. Beauty of love and understanding, and this is what is thought to be, you can say it about that, the area where we can just actually move and where we can, they are supposed to make ourselves to be established. You talk about caste, you can see here. I do find it about that caste has undergone a change. Now nobody bothers whether the girl is Brahmin and whether the girl is Sudra. If they are actually IS, they are marrying together. What is the caste? It is the IS. When you look at the very person just actually getting the MBA serving in the company, they do not actually bother for the religion. They marry it, you can see here. And they are actually getting the very caste of MBA. It not here. Similarly, the same way, you simply find the very person, the Neta actually were just marrying their sons and daughters to the very family of the Neta. Do they ask the very caste? Maybe somewhere or maybe somewhere not, you can see here. And this is how you can say it about that cementation of the very caste system is to be really supposed to be made. But many persons are there. They do not want this caste system to be really supposed to be cemented. They want to be just segmented. They want to be fragmented so that they can just actually waste their interest really supposed to be, you can say it about that just utilized and just you can say cream is to be just broken, you can say. Now question comes. Pani, or you can say water. Nearly half of the Hindustan. When you look at the Delhi is pani. When you look at just you can say the Lucknow is pani. A builder is building a building. I do think just a few days ago I find my just washroom to be really supposed to be somewhat disturbed in the sense tile actually fell down. Luckily my daughter and son, maternal grandson actually was saved. Otherwise they would have been killed. So when you just buy the very home, particularly from the very builder, from the very, you can say it about that, the person who deals the property, you simply make the very wall to be really supposed to be knocked. Otherwise your life is at stake. Now the age is the age of dishonest person. The person whom we are talking, that person doesn't get one of the face. Many faces are there. You will have to be very much careful about here. Or you live just in the hand of Almighty. Let Almighty come and do like that. And you are running after the cheaper thing. Or you are running after the very thing that is actually available out of free. When you take everything free, what happens to be so? You develop the very tendency to beg alms. Can I come to beg alms in the sense you have started demanding the money from other person? If you are lethargic, if you are not doing any of the work, in the time to come, what about your generation? What will they do? Certainly they will be doomed. My dear friends, still time is there. You get up, stand up and raise your voice. Maybe any persons are there before you. That doesn't matter at all. You take the example of the very park. I started doing the cleanliness or sanitation. I made the people to be just joined together. I nearly 8 to 9 and 10 people I just meet every day so that actually they can actually meeting other persons, you can see. We discuss the thing. When we discuss the thing, or one thing, just this morning one of the boys from the told, sir, in our area, the drain is actually overflowing. Or don't go to the office. You simply make the video and after that you upload it here. You make the video as much so that the very MCD or maybe you can say whatsoever departments are there, whatsoever leaders are there, whatsoever parcels are there, they must be looking at it, consider. They haven't got the right to live comfortably. You have also got the right to live comfortably. You have given the vote so they are actually living the living comfortably life, you can say. And after that, after 5 years, they will come and do the same thing. When you look on the just you can say about that just metro pillars, only posters and posters are there. Whose posters are there? Every day we are compelled to look at the very thing. Maybe birthdays there, maybe whatsoever things are there, they are celebrating it here. Why not the celebration of poor people? Why not the celebration of the original master of the nation? Because publics are the original masters of the nation and they are the democracy formator, you can say. In that case, my dear friend, you must think it over. You don't lag behind. You must raise your voice. And if you have to be killed, a time comes. And in that case, certainly I want to say it about that. And here I have written, Soch badlo, whatever Soch, a vegetable seller I made. I interviewed him. He simply tells for the last 17 years I have been selling vegetables. Then I had to put a question. How much amount did you get? Only stomach, tummy is to be filled and body is to be covered. And why don't you think of the very say just getting a seat and you will be sitting like a seat? Unless you simply change your thinking, you can say it about the thought, you cannot change at all. And when you think, when you change your thought, certainly you will be changing yourself. When you will be changing yourself, you are living in the world. Certainly you will be just changing the world. You are taking the food. You are living comfortably. You are living. You can say it about that at ease. This doesn't matter at all. Your duty is also there. The downtrodden is to be just held up, and this can be done when your thought is actually changed, you can see. And this is how you can change the life of the person. You will just bring the very smile on the face of the person. It's not sure. But before that, let me just actually quote one of the example. Somewhere I had read a story, particularly on the part of a king, you can see. King want to just give prizes, particularly of 10 person belonging to the area. Some specialization they must have got. 10 persons did come, but out of 10, one is to be just given the prize. What happened to be so decision was very tough. Then one ditch was actually just dug, and after that all the 10 were actually put there. And they were told whosoever person come first, they will be given the first prize, you can say. All of them tried. Whosoever person go up, the persons who were living down, they pulled the leg there like that. This is the tendency in our country or in the world as a whole, you can see. Now I just ask a question. Is it not so that there is becoming the monkey and cat situation? Jantas are cats and these monkeys are leaders. Wherever there is the war in the world, do you find any of the teacher to be, any of the leader to be killed? Not. If they are not killed, what for you are killed? Who is killed? It is the Sainiks, it is the army. And it is the common people, but not the very persons who is actually diplomat, not the very persons who are actually running the country, not the very person who is really supposed to be creating the wars. So my dear friend, don't try to become, I mean to say toward this cat. You try to become just a monkey, and that's I tell the very 13 crore unemployed person, educated one. Why don't you just contest election? You contest election, you are waiting. In comparison to existing leader, you can see. If you go there, certainly this hue and cry, this fighting, this abusing, this counter reaction, this counter you can say toward that abuse will not be there, because you have seen hungry, you have seen, you can say toward dark night, you have seen almost all the problem. You have read Constitution. You know what is what. You can create the job according to you. This is how you can change India. You can change your nation, my dear friend. Being a teacher, I tell you, I also just actually made a lot of problem to be faced in the life that is 30 or 40 years. Somewhere during that period, I did not understand. Your food, your tax, your everything is being just enjoyed on the part who are called Latsa. Putting the hand in the pocket, moving here and there, doing nothing at all. This is what the scenario everywhere. In the name of committee, in the name of organization, in the name of custom, in the name of, you can say tradition. You simply break it, and after that, you can just take a breathe that is healthy one. It is making the atmosphere to be healthy, making the condition to be healthy, not only physical but mental also. Is not so. Here, I would like to just close it here, and I want your reaction. I again welcome you to my YouTube channel. That is Dr. P.C.Jha.Tqs. Today I did not get any suitable question, so I could not actually take interview. Had I get any person by evening, I must actually bring you to you. This must thank you very much.